It's me again. You guys are going to get tired of me, but I think this is fun. I get a chance to say hi to you guys, and hopefully you guys will learn a little bit. This is a book that your mom suggested that we read, and I read through it first pretty quickly, and I like it. Could a penguin ride a bike? So, and it also talks about some other interesting questions too. So let's find out whether or not a penguin can ride a bike. This book's a little taller than some of the ones I've done, so hopefully you can see all of the page. A penguin is a bird that can swim, but cannot fly. King penguins live on islands near the South Pole. It is freezing cold and bitter winds blow hard across the snow. Imagine if a king penguin came to stay. What would he do? Now these penguins aren't kings, that's just the name of them, king penguins. They're the second largest penguins that are around. Emperor penguins are the biggest penguins, so the emperor is the biggest, the king is the second biggest. Could a penguin play soccer? He might think the ball is an egg, and he would hide it under his fluffy tummy feathers to keep it warm. See him keeping the soccer ball warm? A king penguin carries his eggs on his feet to keep it off the ground so it doesn't freeze. Mom and Dad takes turns looking after the egg for 2 months until it hatches. A baby penguin is called a chick, just like chickens. I'm trying to get 2 pages here and I only want 1. Hang on a second. What if penguins went to the swimming pool? Penguins love to swim, so he would dive right in. He would use his wings like flippers to fly through the water. Penguins are excellent swimmers. They can swim 4 times faster than the fastest human swimmers. Penguins can stay underwater for 5 minutes at a time. How long do you guys think you can hold your breath underwater? I think most people only do it for about 20 or 30 seconds. So 5 minutes is a really long time. What if a baby penguin came for dinner? He might try to eat everything. An adult penguin eats about 50 fish a day. But a chick, a baby penguin, eats almost 200 fish a day. Could you imagine having to eat 200 fish a day? Your tummy would be sticking way out. That's because chicks grow a thick layer of fat to keep them warm in the icy weather. 200 fish. What if a penguin went bowling? He wouldn't be able to throw a ball. He doesn't have any fingers or hands. He has wings instead. The penguin would say, "Who needs a ball anyways?" Penguins love to slide on their tummies along the ice. It's called tobogganing. Whoosh! It's so much quicker than waddling. Just think, the penguin would throw himself at the pins. That would be a funny thing to see. Could a penguin ride a bike? A penguin would fall off a bike. His legs are too short. He can't reach the pedals, but he would be zoom-tastic on a scooter. He could also do cool tricks on a skateboard because penguins have wide-webbed feet. They are great at balancing because they live on slippery rocks and ice. What if a penguin went on a picnic? He wouldn't need to pack a picnic basket. At lunchtime, he would throw up stinky fish from his tummy and share them with everyone. Yum, yum. It's called regurgitation. It's how they feed their baby chicks. It goes in their tummy, and they bring it back up, and they feed it into the chick's mouth. Yuck. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? Penguin parents swallow fish at sea and then throw them up to feed their chicks. Could a penguin join a chorus? Of course it could. Anybody can join a chorus, but guess what? He would sound terrible. Some birds sing beautifully, but not penguins. Penguins and chicks honk, they squawk, and they whistle so they can find each other in a crowd, but they don't sing well. What if a penguin went to the supermarket? He would feel right at home in the cold aisle. See him hanging out with the bottles and the milk. A penguin's island home is even colder than the inside of a refrigerator. Penguins' bodies are covered in feathers, which work like a thick blanket to keep them warm. When chicks get cold, they huddle together in big groups called creches or crochets. Not sure. It looks like it's a French word. What if a penguin stayed overnight? He wouldn't want to stay in the guest bedroom. Penguins get too lonely by themselves. In some places, 1 million penguins live together in a big group. They called that group a colony. A penguin wouldn't need a bed or a sleeping bag. Penguins sleep standing up with their beaks tucked under their wings, just like he's doing here. More about penguins. King Penguin is pointing to the place where he lives. Can you see where he lives? He lives way down here in Antarctica, where it's very, very cold. You guys live right about here, across from Madagascar right now. I live way up here, have also lived here, and I've lived here, and I've lived here. So has your dad lived up here. A little bit more about penguins, and this is the last page. There are 17 different types of penguins. The largest one, like I said at the beginning of the story, is the emperor penguin. King penguins, like the one in the story, is the second largest penguin. Penguins have black and white waterproof feathers. Most penguins live in cold places, but some types live in places where the weather is warm. Guess where? South Africa. They live right down here by you guys. Have you guys seen any penguins? Penguins eat fish, shellfish, and squid. They swim fast to catch their food. And while other birds have wings for flying, penguins have flippers to help them swim in the water. And I think that is the end. Oh, there's a postcard from King Penguin. Greetings from Antarctica. Look at all of the thousands of penguins. I'm back home now on my snow-covered island near the South Pole. It's lovely and cold, and I can spend all day diving into the sea. I had yummy fish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner yesterday. And it's great to be back with my family. See you soon. Love, King Penguin. The end.